Hello guys and welcome to Tech Dheer. I am Dheer here and today I'll tell you about Rufus. If you have seen my Chrome OS video, you might know about Rufus. It is a very powerful software for creating a bootable USB drive and also for turning a bootable USB drive back to normal or back to non-bootable state. So first I'll show you how to download Rufus and then I'll run it and show you how to turn a USB drive into bootable and back to non-bootable. But I won't be making a bootable USB drive as it will take at least 5 to 10 minutes for doing that. But I'll just show you the steps and how to do it. Okay. So let's continue. First, open your favorite browser. For me, I am opening Chrome, and after opening your browser, you can just type Rufus. When you type Rufus, you might get something like this. This will take you directly to the website, but I'll go with the below thing so that if you haven't searched for Rufus, you will be reaching in a search results like this and over here, and you can even see this is what is Rufus. It is a free and open source portable application for Microsoft Windows that can be used to format and create bootable USB flash drives or live USBs. This can also turn a USB drive into non-bootable, but main function is to make it bootable. So this is the official website for Rufus.ie. That is the website name. You can just go with that. And this is the website. If you are using an ad blocker, you won't be able to see these ads. And over here, this is Rufus. This is the main interface that is shown over here. And I'll tell you about this once we download it. I already have it, but I want to update it, so I'll replace the file with the new file. As you can see, it's written Rufus helps for making bootable USB flash drives. And over here, you need to create a USB installation media for UEFI legacy or any type of boot. You need to work on a system that does not have any installed OS. You need to flash a BIOS or firmware for DOS or from DOS and run a low level utility. So this is what Rufus can be used for basically. And then despite its small size, Rufus provides you everything you need, as I told you just a few minutes back over here. And you can see it's twice as fast as UNet Bootin Universal USB Installer and Windows 7 USB download tool. These are all the normal tools which you use, like Chrome, that is some Chrome recovery utility and USB installer you use, but Rufus is twice as faster than that. Like you might have used Itcher also, but I always prefer Rufus as it's a small software and it's faster. And now there are two versions of Rufus. One is the portable version, which you don't need to install it, and other one is the Rufus, which you have to always, whenever you click on it, you'll get a message that this is going to work. That yes or no message, you have to click on yes, and then you'll get the software running. So it's a very simple software over here. You can read this, you can read everything over here. But for me, I'm going to show you how to download it. I always use the Rufus 3.1 for that one. I don't use portable, but that's why I'm going to click on 3.14. You can try the portable version also. Now you can just close when you click on close, it will start downloading. And then over here I'll go to my softwares, which is in new volume X setups. Over here you can see I have Rufus somewhere here. Wait, in the softwares area. I'll have to search for it first. It should be in this folder. Okay, I'll just save it here. And then once I save it, I'll show in folder. And you can see this is there, Rufus 3.14, and should be there in software also. Okay, so now I'll show you how to open it. First thing you have to do is click on this Rufus. And sometimes you may not see this message, but whenever you click on that, you will get a message, user account control. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? And you will see Rufus name and then verified publisher and file origin. And then you will get show more details and yes or no buttons. Click on yes, and when you click on yes, you can see do you want to receive updates? I don't want updates. It's better to click on no, and you can see Rufus has been launched. Okay, so I'll just come back. Quick access, no. Okay, I'm just closing that. So I'll just close the website over here. And this is Rufus. This is what is Rufus. Over here in this Rufus, you can see the device option. Since I don't have any USB drives plugged in, it is showing empty. But as we plug in the USB drive, I'm just taking out my USB drive. Okay, I'm just going to plug it. As I plug it in, you can see my USB drive name has come here. 32 GB pen drive, SanDisk, Cruiser Blade. So this is my USB drive, and you can see USB drive has come up over here. And if I want to open it over here, select, you can see there is a disk ISO image. Whenever you want to install an operating system, you have to click on select this disk or ISO image, and then select your ISO file by hitting on by clicking select. You can go to one of your folders like new volume X and somewhere not here. I don't have any ISO files in my system right now, but you can see I don't have a ISO file right now. Okay. So I'll just close it. You can just select a ISO file, and then you will get to select MBR or GPT1 over here, which partition scheme you have. As I told you in the arranging files video, there are two partition schemes, which are MBR and GPT. For UEFI systems, MBR and GPT both will work, but for legacy systems only MBR will work. And over here you can get BIOS or UEFI CSM, or you will get an option for only UEFI one. Okay, you can just select that, and then you can give your label. I recommend to keep the default label, whichever comes. Like for Linux Mint, it will come Linux Mint. And then what you have to do is over here, FAT32, just keep it default. You can see more format options, but I always don't interfere with it. I keep it as default, and then it will show you ready, fully green over here, and then start option. You have to click on start, and then it will take the time it needs, and then your USB drive will be bootable, and then you can close the software from here. And for making a USB drive non-bootable, what you have to do is, I'll just eject the cruiser blade. Always eject your pen drive before removing it. Okay, so I'll just take my pen drive out, and then I'll plug it in again. And when I plug it in, you can see it comes again. And you can even install free DOS operating system. But whenever you want to make it non-bootable, whenever you want to make a USB drive non-bootable, just click on non-bootable, everything, make it default over here, and then write your name and then start. After clicking on start, it will take some time if there are many partitions, and then after it completes, you can close it. Okay, you can just close it here, and then next thing you have to do after closing it is come over here, format, restore default, and start. And when you format it again, I'll show you. Format, restore defaults, start. Okay, and when you format it again, you can see that your USB drive will become non-bootable. So that's what was in today's video. If you are new to this channel, do subscribe my channel, and if you like this video, do share this video, and after subscribing, hit the bell icon so that you can get all the notifications for my latest videos. Bye.